Hi guys, it's Tony again, talking about the Oculus Quest. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons about this machine and maybe a few reasons why you might want to consider not buying one. I'll start off with the pros. It's wireless, great, the sound on it is really good as well. I don't think you need a headphone jack. The build quality seems pretty good on it. The hand controls are good. They feel responsive. So yeah, that's the good points. The bad, right? Where do I start? The bad points, right? And I know I'm going to get a lot of fanboys moaning on at me, but I've got to tell it how it is because I've owned this thing for nearly 6 months. Well, what we now? September, October, November, December, like 4 months. It came out in the UK on September, I think it was the 7th, something like that. Anyway, first of all, the headset is totally uncomfortable. It is top heavy and they know it. Right guys, it's top heavy. It's because all the integral connections, all the engine and everything has to go inside, but it's top heavy. It's pulling on your head, and it doesn't matter how many times you adjust it. It's too top heavy. It's a bad design. I've put on the Oculus Rift, not the Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, and it's more comfortable than this. Steaming up, constantly steaming up. When you put it on, you can't. If you look at the headset itself, there's no there's no vents for heat at all. Why didn't they put that on? The graphics itself are really shit. Even though it's got OLED twin displays, it's just not that good. The headset, the actual controllers themselves, although they are good, they take these stupid friggin' AA batteries, one on each headset. Now, why the hell they didn't make these? Why you couldn't make these a rechargeable headset hand controllers, right? Why couldn't they just have been able to supply them with a charging dock or a charging lead or a mini USB there? I just don't get it. There's no option for that. Come on, I mean, and then we're going to get back to Oculus. The games themselves, they are limited. There's not really much variety in games. Nearly after 6 months, there's nothing. There's no hardcore games for it. It's all casual games, and if that's your thing, then good luck to you. And but if you're a real hardcore gamer, this is just not for you. This is something you put on your head when you've had a couple of drinks. It's a party piece, that's all it is. The games themselves aren't cheap. They're overpriced. How is it that an Oculus Go and an Oculus Quest, how come the prices on the Oculus Go are half the price? For example, the only game I like is the Gun Club VR, but that's £7.99, it's £14.99. And another thing, they don't have enough. Steam have always been shit hot when it comes to offers. There's always a good Steam sale. They hardly reduce any games on the Oculus store at all. It might be the deal of the day, but even when they do, they're reducing it down to a paltry 20%. I mean, come on, 50%. So then they're coming to the biggest fallback, and this is a Facebook signing in, hugging, son of a gun. It is a snooping device. That's all it is. If you don't sign in through your app on your phone or the computer, it will not even turn on, right? It's just basically a fucking brick. That's all it is. It bricks. I've had it. I've tried it. For example, you've got to now, Oculus are now part of Facebook. So you've got to have a Facebook page, you've got to then sign in with the Oculus store, then when you buy games you have to have your special PIN, it's just way too complicated. So you have to have the correct email address. It asks you for the email address. It asks you for the email address, the Oculus Store password, the Facebook password, and you're going, I've gone round and round and round. Yeah. You know, like years ago when the PlayStations were about, you just put the disc in, you press play, it booted up, simple. The N64 was the same, so was everything else. And all of a sudden, when we've got online, we've got all these fucking updates, all this, everything has to be connected to this. You have to sign into that. And I'm not just saying you Oculus, there's other people. Xbox is the same. Hey, you have to sign in every fucking time. What's all that about? You know, the original PlayStation 2s you didn't, the original Xboxes you didn't. But all of a sudden they've upgraded it and they basically want to snoop on you. That's what it is. They just want to snoop on you. So, yeah, it's been a bit long-winded, guys, but if you think about, this is for the casual gamer. It's not for anyone who's into games, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, Tony, there's Pavlov coming up. Even Pavlov was supposed to come on the 19th. That hasn't come through. Developers know it's a waste of bloody time. Maybe think about getting one maybe next summer. By then they might have a really shit hot line, but right now it's £499 for the 128 and $399 for the 64, and it's just not worth the money, guys. It really isn't. It's uncomfortable to wear. You're constantly adjusting the strap to make it function. It's just nah. You're better off, as I said, buying an Xbox X, or buying a big TV or something like that, because you won't wear it for long because it's uncomfortable. And I don't care what the fanboys say. I've had this for 4 months. This is just my opinion. You know, it's a good system, but it's failed and ultimately failed. That's been a real pain. But apart from the aesthetics, which you could forgive, the actual Oculus sign-in and the Facebook and all the rest of it, it's a joke. I mean, I said before, you should be able to put a little cartridge in there, put it on your head and just press play. And you can't. This thing is a multimedia device, and if you're not signed in, if you forget your password for Facebook, your password for Oculus, if you forget your PIN, then you've got to reset your password and you can't even order games. It's just like a nightmare. When I bought games off Steam, it's been real easy. But this, I don't know, they've really dropped the ball on this, and I think it's going to really hurt sales. But that's my honest opinion. Thanks for listening. Leave the comments below, and I'm sure you guys probably having a great time. And if you are, that's wonderful for you. I've just had a really bad experience with this, and I regret buying it. I really do. I even got one game on it that's worth anything. It's as I say, I went out and bought games off secondhand games for the Xbox X for like £8, and these are big AAA titles. And they're wanting $14.99 for like a crappy title that you can't even move. You know, it is. They are now. You have no control over it. That's what annoys me. You can't just wear this. If you can't get into your account, this is bricked. So, you know, it might be wireless. It might be no wires. But my God, that doesn't stop it from not being a mobile device. Yeah, it's got no wires. It's a brick, you know. And because it relies heavily on the internet connection, it's frustrating. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As I say, and leave your comments below. I'll catch you later.